home stretch. Home stretch. So I had promised you all that we were going to do a gallery walk of your projects. So I'm going to get you set up on that. Okay. All right, but before you do the gallery walk, you have to make sure that you've done your project. Okay. Doing the project is important. All righty. So last thing you got to do, very last thing you got to do. This should be on your to-do page. It should also be in the module right behind the assignment for the project. Okay, so you got to do the project first. Preferably, I have seen it already to make sure that you were doing it right. And then we have a Nearpod collab board. So what you want to do is click on the link. And you want to save your project as a link. Okay, you want to save your project as a Google Doc, and then we're going to share it to the board. But when you share it, you have to make sure that you give access to everybody who has the link. Okay, you got to give access to everybody who has the link. All right, so you're going to use that link to use the Nearpod link to come here, and you're going to post your project on the board. And that's all you have to do here. Once everybody's posted their projects on the board, the second thing that you have to do is look at everybody's project. So you get points for posting, and then you're going to get points for looking at least looking at other people's projects. Now you don't have to use the plant and animal from that one project. You could look at all of them and say, I like the plant over here, but I like the animal over there. So I just need for you to look at 3 plants and 3 animals that you found interesting. Talk about 3 plants and 3 animals that you found interesting, and say why you found them interesting. Okay, what was so interesting about that plant or that animal? All right, so you get 3 points. I did that wrong. It should be 2 points. 3, oh yeah, 3 points for the plants, for the 3 plants, and 3 points for the 3 animals. There you go. Okay. All right, so 10 points altogether just for doing the gallery walk. Just saying I like it, I don't like it. Now you don't have to put comments on the gallery as to, you don't have to tell them whether you like their project or not. This is something that you're going to submit. So let me put this, look at this. Last time I did this, I forgot to put the drop folder. Yeah, there you go. All right, so you're going to submit your answers to these 2 questions to me in the drop folder. All right, so this is the last grade, last grade. So if you haven't finished your project, finish your project. If you finished it, save it as a Google Doc and post it. And I'm going to be checking to see whether you posted it in a way that everybody can open. So we can't do a gallery walk if we can't open it. So again, save your project as a Google Doc, or even, I think even a Cami will work. And then grant access, where when you go to the button that says share, you want to make sure you grant access to anybody who has a link. Okay. And I'm going to be checking the board to see who's posted and if it can be opened. That's the important part. Not only nobody's posted anything yet. Okay. All right. So that's your job today. Is to, if you haven't finished your project, finish the project. It's today's the day. And then post it on the Nearpod collab board, and then do the gallery walk. So Monday or Tuesday we'll do the gallery walk, but we have to do that on Tuesday if you don't do it today. Today is kind of hard because if nobody posts, then there's nothing to look at. So that means that our gallery walk would have to be Tuesday, but it has to be Tuesday so that we can get your last comments in. And then here comes somebody. So I'm gonna repeat this all over again. All right, so let me back up. All right, so you've complete your project and you want to post it to the collab board as a document that you gave access to everybody to share. Then you want to, for the gallery walk part of it, you want to look at um, a try looking at everybody's before you decide which ones you like. Or as you go through, if you like this one, you like that plant, fine. You don't have to like the plant and animal in the same document. Okay, you might like the plant over here and the animal in another one. You just need 3 plants and 3 animals. All right. Stay, name them and then state why you found it interesting. What was so interesting about that plant? What was so interesting about that animal? Hopefully everybody put an interesting fact. It doesn't have to be the interesting fact. It could be something about their characteristics, something about the ecosystem where they live, their role in the, you might have found that interesting. Okay. It doesn't have, because some of y'all are not putting fun facts or interesting facts on your project. So make sure you do that. So again, before you post it up there, give yours another look over to see if you answered all the questions, if you organized it properly, and you put, let me go back over here. All right, so and please put your, I don't have it on the list, but references are required. Actually, it says let references over here. Okay, you should have images. Technically, an image on every slide would be nice. The fact that you research, you should have a decent amount of information about each topic that had to be discussed, clearly organized, not all jumbled up on one slide. All right. And that is how it's being graded. References, neatness, how you put it together, the details of what you wrote and the accuracy of your classification. This is the easiest part, that first 30, because if you outline it the way I gave you the outline on the first 2, that's your automatic 30 right there. The rest of it depends on how you organize it and what you include. Okay, so nobody can get less than 30. Nobody should get less than 50. All right, stop sharing. I'm gonna stop talking, let you finish and do what you got to do. Ask questions if you, and like I said, I'm gonna be checking the Nearboard to see if Nearpod board to see if you posted, and if you posted, can I open it? Right? Posting in the gradebook is different from posting on the board. I need it in the gradebook first and foremost, because that's the grade for your project. Posting it on the board is for everybody else to see. Okay? All right. Where's my dinosaur friend? He's not here today. All right, today is also the last day for any late assignments. Again, the last assignment I hope to post is your gallery walk. Hopefully everything else is up to date. Okay, Andre. So Imani and Andrew, y'all are the only ones who haven't posted a project for me. So hopefully you're finished. Everybody else has posted one in the grade book. So that means you should be able to start posting on the Nearpod. All right, I have to come out of that. Okay. Sure you'll get it eventually. All right. All right. Xander, I see I made a comment on yours. Did you go in and you didn't add a plant? You only have an animal. You didn't do a plant. So I held off on grading it till you did that. Yes, you can do a Google slide. Absolutely. Absolutely. Alrighty. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Um, good morning, Andre. The assignment today is to post your project to the collab board. There's a link for the gallery walk, and then as soon as we have some projects up there, which at the moment we have none. I remember, folks, you get 4 points for posting your project. We can't have a gallery walk if there's nothing to look at. Hmm. All right, Anaya, you can post yours. Yours is pretty good. You haven't posted it already. What am I looking at? Let's see. Jamarian, you sent me yours as a link, so you can post that same link to the Nearpod. And then just when you're posting, make sure that when you share it with and grant people access. All right, so that's two people cleared to submit their project to the board. Raymond, you need to finish yours. Yours is only half done. You didn't answer the questions about ecosystem and habitat and interesting facts. And what is the common name of your plant? Because you gave me the scientific name, but not the common name. All right. All right. So check yours, please. All right. Let me come back and share. Okay. All right. So Raymond, you've done the first 2 points, but now you have to do habitat, role in the ecosystem, and interesting facts. Xander, you have to do all of this for a plant. You did everything for an animal, but nothing for a plant. All right, so make sure that you follow this list. Make sure that you're doing these things as well as the chart, because these two questions are just the first part. Then you need to do this for each, for your plant, then you need to do this for your animal. Going down the list. Graded, then why are they not graded? Okay, Brooklyn, you can go ahead and paste yours. Again, submit it as a um, submit it as a doc. All right. Javian, I thought I looked at yours before and asked you to kind of separate your information out. You tried to get all your information on one slide, and it's kind of hard to follow that. And you have no references. All right, Malaysia, you can post yours. All right, let's see. Anybody tried it yet? All right, so we got 4 on the board. And I can open them. All right, but this one. All right, so Raymond, you got to make sure you add more stuff. So I got it's up there. I can open it. Good, good. You know, y'all don't have your names on your projects. All right, I opened the second one. Let me see who that was. All right, so Naya Jamarian. All right, All right. Um, Jamarion, yours open, so that's good. And okay, good. So y'all are, technically with it class. I had a class, last class, they didn't know how to get it up there on the board, how to make sure everybody could open it. We spent all our time trying to make sure everybody had access. All right, so there are 4 projects on the board. Raymond's yours isn't finished. Um, but there are 4 projects on the board, so you can at least look at 3 of them, or at least the 3 of you who posted can start looking at them, but don't look at yours. All right. I have checked everybody's who has submitted. 3 of you still need to submit. But if I've already checked yours and you don't have to fix it, you can go ahead and post it. Who else? There was somebody else. That's good to go. Um, Alicia, you're good to go. You can post yours. And why does it keep doing this to me? All right. So Raymond and Xander, you're tweaking yours. Avane, technically yours is done. It's just I would have liked it done differently. You have everything. It's just all bunched up on one slide.
Wait, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Was the final project supposed to be like a slideshow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What happened is like I kind of did it as like a document. Like I kind of.
That's okay. A couple of people did it. 2 other people did it as a document, but you should have it on like information spread out on your page so it's organized and you should have your pictures associated with. So it didn't have to be a slide.
Oh, okay.
That,
Okay.
but doing it as a slide adds to creativity and that's part of the grade. But if you've already done it as a document, we don't have time for you to go back and create a slideshow
Okay.
unless you can. Okay. Avonay, you have time to tweak yours if you wish. I'm looking at an empty chair. Okay, good, 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 good. Oh, that's fine. Okay, Andre, I want you to add one more slide for me. And I want to, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in just a second. I want you to create one slide. Um, Andre, one slide just like this. And on one side, you want your dinosaur. And on the other side, you want, it could be the fern, it could be the pine tree, but I need one one slide that has kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species for your dinosaur, and the same for um, with one of the flowers, one of the plants that you mentioned, and that will make it perfect. That's all you got to do, right? And folks, everybody needs to have at least this much information on it. That's the whole. That's That's that first 30 points, is to have that information and to have characteristics. Now you don't have to, I had it short. You could have put as much information as you wanted to on here. Okay, some of you did exactly what I did. I'll show you how to make a chart. Give me 1 second to do that. Um, or you don't have to make it as a chart, just list it. So have a picture and then list them one down the other. And then the next picture and list it one down the other. It doesn't have to be a chart. I found the chart was easy to do, but let me see if I can um okay, I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute and pull up. Oh, maybe I have a Word document that I can. Um, where's my apps? Hmm. No, I need my apps. Okay. Copilot is not working today. So what can I do? Wonder if I can do this on Canva for you. Everything is moving slowly today. Come on, man. Won't bring my documents up. But anyway, I can't bring up the document, just an example of how to do the chart. But again, just make a list. Doesn't have to be a chart, just make a list. Trying to get that to open. Um, Finally. Yes. That's fine. Yes. That'll do. Haven't I? That'll do fine. hmm Sorry it took so long to, I was trying to open it and it just took so long to open. And then it opened 3 times. Raymond, how you doing? You need me help you with anything? Okay. Oh, I do this a lot, don't I? I was trying to find a way to get my word. Oh, now it's up. Sorry about that. Okay, one of these. Oh, I give up. I think my summer project is going to be to clear all this stuff off my computer so it won't be so slow. All right, Andrew, you've been real quiet. Is there anything I can help you with to help you move your project along? All right, we still only have technically 3 projects on the board, so hopefully by Monday we'll get all 10 of you will be on the board. And actually, I see your class on Tuesday. So all 10 need to be on the board. And if you have nothing else to do over the weekend, so Malaysia, you can post yours. And those of you who are tweaking, as soon as you finish tweaking, you can post yours back up. So that on Tuesday, the only thing that we're doing is gallery walking. How do you post? Okay, let me share my board. It's always dangerous when I share these days. All right. So you save your project as a document. And then when you get ready to share it, make sure that you click on, then you're just going to share down here. And when you share it, I guess you all are sharing it like that. So when you click on that, you want to make sure that you also tell it to, well, how do you get to the Nearpod? Okay, that's another question. All right, that is part of, okay, how do you get to the Nearpod? All right, in the assignment here. All right, so this is right up underneath. So you want to click on this link over here that says classification gallery walk, and that will take you to the Nearpod board. Okay. And then once you're there, you want to share it this way. But you want to make sure that when you're sharing, you share it so that everybody who has the link can open it. Give access to anyone who has the link. Okay. All right, so that goes for everybody. The link for the Nearpod is in the assignment page. Okay. So you want to click on that and it will take you to the Nearpod board. Did that help? Okay. Yes, you do it on a separate. So yes, folks, it is a separate assignment. You don't respond to the person's project other than to say, I liked your project if you want to say that, but you don't have to post any comments on the Nearpod. You just want to look at all the projects and say, "Ooh," and make a list to yourself. As I like this plant, I found this plant interesting, I found that animal interesting, and it doesn't have to be all in the same project. You could like one here and one there. That's fine. And hopefully you'll see plants and animals that you had, because you all had a good variety. Nobody did the same uh, organism, so everybody's plants and animals were different so far. Like I said, there's three of you I haven't, well, two of you I haven't seen yet. So I don't know if you're going to repeat or not. But so far, nobody has repeated anything. You all were all different. All right, any other questions you have? Because we're almost out of time for today. Everybody good? All righty. Looking at this temperature drop, the temperature did not go up since this one is cold. But I hope it's a nice warm weekend. You enjoy it. Get out and enjoy nature. Hug a tree. All right. So if you have no questions for me and you good to go, you're good to go. And you have a wonderful weekend.